Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to take parts from your design, rear airfoils, side pods, front airfoils, and change the shape of these parts if they are going into your wheel well. So the first thing I'm going to do is import a wheel well that's been added to Blackboard. It's called F1 wheel well. I'm going to select open. If you don't see the part, make sure that your files of type is set to SketchUp. So this part's been saved to my folder. I'm going to go ahead and hit open. And as its instructions state, just place it anywhere on the screen for now. You'll notice that there is a text box that says this is an 18mm wheel well. Your wheel well may be larger than this. No part of your design may go into the yellow area. So if you decide to use this template, do not go inside the yellow region. So I'm going to hover around the edges. I'm going to find center. I'm going to click once. I'm going to move over to my drawing, and I'm going to place this right on my axle mark. I'm going to go ahead and click once. Now, you'll notice that part of that yellow region does become hidden, which is okay. But as I zoom in, I can actually tell by looking at this that my part is actually inside this yellow region. So I need to fix what I originally drew here. So here's how we're going to go approach this. We're going to go ahead and first double click on the part that I want to fix. So this is my rear airfoil. I'm going to double click. The rest of my drawing turns green, which means I'm in edit mode. I'm going to look at my car from above, and the reason I'm going to do this is I'm going to get rid of something I originally push-pulled, since I will be re-push-pulling here shortly. What I need to remember about selecting an object with the cursor, with the arrow, is the direction I click and drag. If I go from right to left, you'll notice that the box is dashed, which means any part of the object that falls within the box, the entire part gets selected. So I'm going to go ahead and let go. So you'll notice that a lot of the geometry got selected when I did this. Now if I go from left to right, I get a solid box, and the way this works is only parts will be selected, meaning only if the entire part is inside the box, it will then get highlighted. So you'll notice only this region gets highlighted here. So it's important to remember to go from right, click, to left. I'm going to go ahead and select my delete key on my keyboard. I'm going to go ahead and rotate, and once again look at this from the front view. I'm going to zoom in, and you have options here. Sometimes I'll leave the original geometry just so I can see what I'm fixing, or you could even go ahead and delete this and just start redrawing. So I'm going to leave what I originally drew just to compare. I'm going to select the arc tool. I'm going to come up here, click once, and I'm going to make sure that this time around I'm outside of the wheel well. I can touch it, but I can't go into it. I'm going to go ahead and draw a second arc. Once again, I can touch the wheel well, but I cannot go inside of that area. So I've got to pay close attention to where I'm drawing this new geometry. And as we said before, sometimes you have to draw multiple arcs to create some of these designs. Okay, so I'm happy with what I got. I'm going to hit E for erase, and you can compare the old with the new. I'm going to get rid of my old geometry. And by doing that, it got rid of a lot of geometry there, but I do notice that I have this small piece that's also something I missed earlier on, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that. So there's my new part. You can see as I take a closer look, this new arc is either touching or it's just outside the wheel well. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and push-pull this again. So I'm going to hit P for push-pull. I'm going to go ahead and click once on that face, move away as if I'm pushing through the part, through the body. I'm going to type in 63, and I'm going to hit enter. Okay, so what I'd like to also do here is I want to take the new part and save it so that that original file, which I drew a few days ago, also has the updates. So here's how I do that. I'm going to go ahead and click on the arrow tool. I'm going to click off the part, and you can, once again, you can see that yellow region starts to come in a little bit better. And I'm going to go ahead and click on it again, and I'm going to right click this time and select Save As. Now by doing this, I may or may not be returned back to my original folder, so make sure you're back in your folder. You'll probably notice that the file name is already here, and if not, for some reason, you might need to click on it. So I'm going to go ahead and find my rear airfoil. There it is. I'm going to go ahead and hit save, and it's going to ask me to replace it, and I definitely want to replace it, so I'm going to say yes. Okay, so by doing this, here's what I accomplished. I was able to fix the part within this file, and after importing this wheel well, once again, your wheel well can be larger than what I brought in here. I also fixed it, re-push pulled it, and saved the original part as well. So you can go ahead and continue doing this for your side pods, your front airfoils. So go ahead when you can, save your work, and move on.